Again, we're still in the Tools menu looking at deal breaker questions, and this is very useful way function. Let's say there's something that's critical to you, and this is particularly written for job applications, but you could use it for anything at all. Then what we have is a sort of what we call a deal breaker question. So let's say that you needed a driving license, right? That was essential. So this is where you would use this facility. And you just put in your question, do you have a driving license? And you can select your option. So it might just be a yes, no radio box, or you provide them with a small text box to make an answer, or you provide them with a slightly larger text area to make an answer. So if you just say yes, no. Now the sequence is purely one. You can create several questions, deal breaker questions, and you decide which order you want them to come in. So let's just say I'm going to make that number 1. I'm going to click on this. Then what will happen is when the candidate completes the questionnaire, they'll then be faced with their standard basic registration. Usually they'll just ask for their sort of name and their email address and their sex. What will also now appear at the bottom of that box are these deal breaker questions here. So the driving license, mobile, phone number. Let me show you how that looks. So once you complete the questionnaire, the candidate or the client is then presented with this very short box. Now normally, as I say, it just has the first name, last name, email and sex, because all reports are male or female. But in addition to that, you now see these new questions that you have added. So driving license, yes or no, maybe a mobile number, or a phone number or whatever, right? So you decide what you want to ask and how you want to gather it. Very useful. It's not there to replace a full job application form, but for most things, there's usually 2 or 3 things that you absolutely need to know, and that can save you an awful lot of, time having to look at everything when really deal breakers are, look, if you've not got a driving license, there's no point looking at anything else. That would be a classic deal breaker type question. So use it as much as you can certainly make your life a lot easier. These results will appear at the top of their report. So you can see when you go to open up the personality report at the top, along with their name and address, you'll see these other facts and figures right there with the report. So it keeps all the data that you've collected with this individual together in the one place.